So yeah, I caught my girlfriend cheating. Don't worry, not my current girlfriend. I mean, if anyone is gonna cheat in this relationship, it's definitely gonna be me. I'm way more attractive than her. Don't worry, you see, I figured out that my girlfriend doesn't watch my videos even though she says she does, so I can basically say whatever I want. You know what? Who cares? Let's put a 15-second montage of every single girl I find attractive right now. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Listen, I was feeling a bit risky, but not that risky. But anyways, let's get back to the actual story and how I caught my ex-girlfriend cheating on me. So this was back at my junior year of high school, and at the time, I wasn't really looking for any girl. Like, I was so focused on track and cross country that I didn't want to distract myself with a girl I would probably forget about in like a year. And I already know, here come the comments saying, so what you're saying is, you don't like girls, you like boys. First off, nothing wrong with being gay. I believe everyone is at least 10% gay or a dirty fucking liar. Like, you gotta be able to look at a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio or Ryan Gosling and be like, yeah, that man is goddamn attractive. Like, if you say those men aren't attractive, I just don't trust you. You're a liar. But anyways, I wasn't really looking for a girl, but my friends were like most high school boys and would fuck a rock if they could. And so at the time, I was friends with this stereotypical popular girl. I mean, you all know the type of girl I'm talking about. You know, the one that's dumber than a goldfish, but all the guys still would bang her because she's mildly attractive. And because I was friends with this girl, all my friends would be like, bro, why haven't you dated her yet? You could easily sleep with her. Alright, so here's why I didn't date this girl. Wait, hold up. Let's name this girl. Let's call this girl Ella. So here's why I didn't date Ella or do anything with Ella. So first off, I already said that I was focused on track and cross country and I didn't want to distract myself. But on top of that, Ella was the kind of girl that would go to every single party in the United States of America and get shit-faced drunk at every single one of them. And I've just never really understood that. Like, I don't understand why people get that drunk. Like, okay, a little bit of alcohol, sure, but I just feel like I have so much more fun if I don't drink. And here come the comments.
Wow, you're so cool. You don't need alcohol to have a good time. I wish I could be like you.
Like, my friends are having a party tonight where someone is probably gonna end up dead and like 20 other people are gonna end up vomiting on couches and shit, but I'm not going to that. That does not sound like fun. Well, mainly because the NBA playoffs are on and it's been a grind trying to watch every single game and put out content. Fun fact, I actually made this YouTube channel with the idea that it was going to be an NBA channel where I talked about basketball. Thank God I didn't do that. Okay, we need to get back to topic. So not only was this girl basically an alcoholic, but she also had the reputation of being a little hoey. Why is there no one in my game? What is going on? Like, there are rumors everywhere that she slept with this guy over here and that guy and this other guy, but every time I would ask her about these rumors, she would be like, those are all just rumors, they're not true. I haven't even slept with anyone. Bro, I've had this cough for the past couple of days. It's been so bad, it's like cap. So I never really thought about dating her, but this one day changed my mind. I shouldn't have changed my mind. Why was I a simp? I thought I was strong. So this one night our school was having this like roller skating event going on, and I mean, you know me. Normally I wouldn't be caught dead anywhere near 50 miles of a school event. I mean, school events like school parties or dances probably make me more mad than about anything in this entire earth. I mean, I would rather have food poisoning and not be able to move for like 8 hours than have to go to a school party and see my teachers who have pretended to still be in high school for the past 30 years try and dance with like high school freshmen. I'm not even joking. I've been to some school dances and witnessed a grown 40-year-old man try and dance with a high school freshman. But the reason I went to this school event was because I used to play hockey and I'm an absolute legend at like ice skating and roller skating. Okay, I wouldn't say an absolute legend because I was a goalie, but I'm still a lot better than the average person. And I have so many stories from playing hockey, from my coach being in the Armenian Mafia to me playing in the men's league. And actually, I was a lot better at hockey than I've ever been at like cross country or track. So I went to this school event to show up all the peasants at my school and skate laps around them. And in doing this, I noticed that Ella was a pretty good skater too. And so I went over to her and we started talking the whole night and it went pretty good. And so after skating with her, all my friends came up to me and they were like, you were with her all night. Are you guys dating? What's going on? And I was like, no, we're not dating. And all the guys started shitting on me like, you don't like girls, you like boys. It's official. If nothing happened the whole night, then you're sus. And so after getting absolutely shitted on for like an hour, I was finally like, okay, fine. I'll ask her on a date, but you all need to fucking relax. I should have trusted my gut. Horrible decision on my part. So I decided to text Ella and ask her on some bullshit coffee date. And we decided to go to Starbucks like the normal white middle class people we are. That's not me being racist. That's me just saying white people gotta chill out with their coffee. And we go to Starbucks and obviously she orders the caramel macchiato with exactly 2 ice cubes and exactly 2.5 pumps of caramel, like the basic white girl order. And I mean, while she was ordering this drink with like 16 different ingredients, I was looking at the Starbucks menu and I was like, what the fuck is a cappuccino? Like, listen, I'm white as fuck, like blonde blonde hair, blue eyes, and my entire family wears like polos and golfs. But sometimes I go to places and I still feel like I'm not white enough. Every single time I go into a Starbucks, I feel like all the white girls there see me and are like, oh, you're not wearing a white polo with khaki shorts and Ray-Bans? You gotta leave. But anyways, me and Ella order, and I ordered like a tea, and we started talking, and it was going pretty well. I mean, I could tell she was really into me, but I didn't really know if I was into her, because I was at a point where if I was gonna sacrifice time outside of track and cross country, I wanted it to be like for a real relationship that could potentially last. And I mean, even when I just looked at this girl, I could just feel the stupidity steaming off of her. Like, she probably had an F in every single one of her classes, but because she flirted with every teacher, they probably changed her grade to an A. Like, if you remember back in the video where I talked about how I got caught cheating on a test, she was one of those girls that would always go up to my chemistry teacher and be like, wow, your Mickey Mouse drawings are so good. If you didn't watch that video, that made absolutely no sense. But anyways, me and Ella finished the date, and she's like, I had a really good time with you. We should do this again. And after the date, I started thinking, and I was like, you know what? Maybe she's not that bad. Like, sure, she may have the IQ of a toddler and the body count of Kendall Jenner after she goes to an NBA practice session, but I started thinking maybe she's different now. Maybe she actually wanted to have a good relationship with someone now. A word of advice, guys, people never change. Never think a girl would change just for you. But I was dumb enough to believe it. And so I asked her on another date, and we saw some movie or some shit, and I mean, the relationship started getting pretty serious. And this is how I know it was getting serious. Because she posted a picture on Instagram, and the caption was a lyric from my favorite song at the time. And once a girl posts about you on Instagram, you are basically married at that point. There is no turning back from that. And so all my friends saw the post and came up to me and they were like, bro, dap me up right now. You're the man. And just when I thought everything was going really good and I started to actually gain some feelings for this girl, everything went to shit. You see, I wouldn't say we were officially dating yet, but I mean, we were pretty much dating. And I would say a couple days after our second date, she texted me and she was like, I'm gonna go to this party later today. You wanna come? And I already know this was gonna be one of those parties where she ends up blacked out in like a bush in the backyard or something. But at the same time, I trusted that she was done with that life because she told me she was done doing all that stuff. And I mean, I did not want to go to some party like that because number one, I had a race coming up, and number two, those parties are not fun for me. And so I texted her back and I told her that I wasn't gonna go, but I hope she has a good time there. Yeah, I was a little nervous given her reputation, but I mean, I also trusted her. Yeah, I was a fucking idiot. And so she goes to the party, and before she went, she texted me and she was like, I'm not even gonna drink at this party. I'm gonna stay there for 30 minutes and then I'm gonna leave. And so like 2 hours into the party, I text her and I'm like, hey, how's it going? No response. And so I text her again like an hour later, no response. And then I got a text, but not from her. The text was from one of my other friends at the party, and they were like, hey, I gotta tell you something. I saw Ella go into a room with another guy at this party. I don't know if anything happened, but I just needed to let you know. And look, to be honest, right then and there, I knew she cheated on me. But I mean, at the same time, I also tried to convince myself, no. They just went in the room and had like a nice conversation. Nothing actually happened. Then like an hour later, it's like 1 a.m. and I mean, usually I'd be asleep by now, but the whole night I was waiting on a text from Ella and she hadn't texted me yet. And at 1 a.m. she finally texted me back and she said, come to my house. And that's all she said in the text. I texted her back, no response. And this was my junior year of high school, so I didn't have a car. I had no way of getting to her house, and being the simp I was, I decided to fucking walk there. And I got to her house, and supposedly her parents were out of town or something, and the door was completely unlocked, so I went right in. And I managed to find her room, even though she wasn't answering when I called her name, and I never actually have been in her house. And I got to her room, and she was like laying on the bed, and she was so drunk. I mean, she had no idea where she was. And she sees me in her room, and she's like, hey, what are you doing here? And I mean, at this point, I wasn't playing no game. I looked at her straight in the face, and I was like, did you cheat on me? And she's like looking around all the room, has no idea where I even am because she's so drunk, and she was like, what? No. Come on the bed. Come on. So I lay on the bed, and I kept asking, and I'm like, did you cheat on me? And she keeps going, what are you talking about? No. And so I'm like, okay, then what did you and that guy do in that room? And after like the 100th time of me asking her, she was finally like, fine, okay, I didn't cheat on you. We just fucked. That's all that happened. What? What did this girl just say? And I looked at her and I'm like, that is literally the definition of cheating. Like, what do you mean you didn't cheat on me? But this is where things get really bad. She completely ignored the fact that she just admitted she cheated on me, and she looks at me and she goes, you know what? We should fuck. And she tried to like bite her lip, but she was so drunk she could not do it at all. Like, how messed up do you have to be in the head to cheat on someone and then 5 seconds later be like, let's forget about that. Come on, sleep with me. And I already know some of you people who are absolutely messed up in the head are watching this like,
Bro, you should have totally slept with her.
first off, that's literally considered rape. And number 2, she cheated on me. And right after she said that, I just got up and left. Like, she was so drunk, she was on the verge of just throwing up everywhere and shit. But I mean, at this point, it's her problem if she ends up choking on her own vomit and dying. And she ended up texting me like paragraphs the next morning saying how sorry she was and this and that, and I never responded. Boys, if someone cheats on you, don't be a simp. Leave. So after that night, I never talked to her again. But that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. I want to do something different for next video. Normally, I choose a topic of the stories, but this time, comment a topic you want me to talk about, and whatever comment gets the most likes, and if I have a story to match that topic, I'll talk about it. But until then, please subscribe. I'm literally a pubic hair away from 100K, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.